All right, guys, and welcome back to the podcast. Excited for a new episode, Mikey?
Yeah, nice to be... I love recording the podcast. It's my favorite part of the week.
Every other week. We are doing
That's
it
right.
bi-monthly,
Oh, aye.
as we are right now.
Yeah.
This time of year, we may change the frequency as we get into busier times of year, but the reality is we're not in the busiest time of the golf season right now. Not really an awful lot going on in terms of new release product. We are starting to see some product hit the social media feeds, which we'll touch on in a little while. But we're slowly closing to an end of the season here, Michael.
Yep. The golf courses are closing. The snow is flying.
Yeah, this is, I think this week actually is your course and mine are both shutting down. Well, you're shutting the big course down at Toronto Golf.
Yeah, it's closed. So
It's done now?
Yep, just the 9 holes open.
Sunday it closed? That was the last day?
Sunday was the last day, yeah.
Yeah, I think ours closes tomorrow.
Which, you know what? I'm kind of ready for, like, let them close the course and take care of
No
it.
wonder.
I know.
You've done some damage to that golf course
I've
this
taken
year.
a few divots, and that's the first. I've taken a few divots this year.
You used to pine for a divot, and now you've taken half the golf
It's a lot of
course
swings.
home
Think
with
about
you.
it.
That's a lot of swings.
It's a lot of swings. 90,
Many rounds this year?
I think Sunday was like round 94 or something like that.
Is that on your Golf Canada app?
10 were deleted. I don't know why.
Okay, I'm going to check my Golf Canada to just see exactly how many.
How many have you played? Got to be over 20.
Let me see here.
Anyways, I was around the 90s, so no big deal. Next year, the goal is, well, the golf's not over yet. Hold the bus a second. If allowed, there's a few trips where we might play around the golf here or there. And I'm planning to go away between Christmas and New Year's. If all goes well, play 6 times away. So my goal is 100 before the end of the year.
Okay, I've got I'll probably hit about somewhere in the 25 to 30 range for the year.
Okay.
So
It's cute. Yeah. I'd like to play New Year's Eve this year and New Year's Day. I've never done
are
that
you
before.
planning on traveling
Yes,
somewhere
I
to
am
do
planning on traveling to Palm Springs.
that? Nice, very nice.
If it all works out. You?
We've got some golf. I just played golf for this past week out in just north of San Diego in the Del Mar region at the Grand by the Fairmont.
Was it grand? It's a nice spot.
I think the hotel was grand.
Yeah.
The course was good.
No Crosby, is it, with your pal?
Very Crosby-esque. Lots of canyons and elevation.
Crosby was sick. I love that place.
It was good. It was good. The Grand, you would enjoy the Grand then. If you liked what the Crosby was, you would have liked the Grand. I thought it was pretty good. We filmed 2 episodes for our new on-course series. So for me, we're going to be doing a sort of break-in par challenge. So 9 holes at a time. We're going to be trying to break par. Mikey, we are chasing scratch.
Yeah, let's not try to break any score. I don't like that.
Too much pressure.
Too much pressure. That's it's not good for my game.
It actually is quite good to play. I enjoyed playing with a little bit of something on the line in terms of focus. I've not played a lot of golf recently.
Yeah.
I think I played a couple of weeks ago with friends about Wonder and Yemen. And prior to that, I had played in Streamsong in September. I've played very, very little golf the back end of the season.
No golf.
None. So I was kind of thinking to myself, like, I've not played an awful lot. I'm going to have to play, around on camera here. This could go anywhere.
Sideways, yeah.
But it was enough, knowing that it was on camera and we were going to have to obviously, put a product out there that was presentable to these lovely viewers, was good to hold me sort of together.
There's a lot of pressure.
It was good. It was very,
I'll
very
need
good.
a caddy.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. But as we deal with all things current in the world of golf, this past week on the PGA Tour in Bermuda, we had a former winner return to the winner's circle, Michael, Camilo Villegas.
Yeah, what's his 9th win?
Is that what it is?
5th win. 9th win. Between 5 and 9.
Somewhere between 5 and 9. Glad you done your research on that.
Well, I knew what clubs he was using. I don't know.
Google helped you with that one. He's won a few times. I think 5 sounds more realistic than 9.
9
Nine's
years
a lot.
since he won his last event. That's where the 9 came from.
Okay.
All right, well, we're part off.
9 years since his last win, really?
Because he took a
2014.
long time off. And then he was in the booth earlier this year.
Was he?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously not easy to come back from what he's went through, right? I mean, one thing is losing your game and feeling like you're struggling a little bit, and it's another thing to have went through what he went through with his family, him and his wife losing his gorgeous, gorgeous little girl Mia, and just his whole world falling apart.
Yeah, it's not right.
Yeah, no, that's.
No one needs to go through that.
That is, no one needs to go through that. It's a horrendous thing to go through that. I've been there and been through that, and it's a horrendous thing to go through. So golf at that point becomes pretty irrelevant. So, everyone was pulling especially hard for him this past week, and he actually had a chance at it last week. He was right there, and it was nice to see, that form sort of continue on.
I saw,
which was good.
Where was I? I don't remember where we were, but I saw on the TV that like what winning this event gets you into for the following year and stuff. It gets him a little trip to Hawaii, which is cool. It got him into Augusta. It got him into the Masters and the Open.
He's now in.
Yeah,
Really?
I'm pretty sure this one got him into the Masters, which is pretty cool.
I would have thought this one would be.
I thought it was a bit of
normally the island ones kind
Joe
of
Schmo
are
kind
a
of.
little bit lower tier.
I swear I read somewhere he got into the Open and he got into the Masters, which is pretty cool.
Would be spectacular if he has. Well, you're 100% right. That was his 5th tour win, and his previous win was the Wyndham Championship in 2014.
So everyone just press the 15 seconds back on the podcast and listen to Ian say, "I was right." And
No, I never said you were wrong.
And share this moment
You just
with your
said
family.
his 9th tour win.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Or was it his 5th tour win?
Ah, well, close enough.
You were close enough. You were on
9
the
to
right
5,
track.
as Dolly Parton would say. 9 to 5.
You like a bit of Dolly Parton. So that was awesome. Another really cool storyline for the week, Mikey, was the brothers,
Oh, aye. Brian Bros.
George and Wesley. Really cool to see two brothers teeing up in a PGA Tour event. I think a lot of people really associate George more with YouTube golf and playing golf with various kind of personalities, our good pal Mac Boucher and others. But the guy's a legitimate.
Did you see his chip-ins?
Yeah.
They were wild.
Yeah.
They were wild. On the different, his chip-ins were nuts. Here's the one thing. Wesley Bryan, I think he's a great golfer. He's a very good PGA Tour player. Reminds me of our good pal Mac Boucher.
Right.
In a way, and I should be the last one to talk about negative down talk of your golf game, because I'm one that talks negatively down on my golf game.
Yeah.
Wesley Bryan talks negatively about his golf game all the time. And I think it's like a defense mechanism. I think that's Mac does it. That's why I've done it in a way. I'm by no means close to how those guys play. But when they interview him, he's like, oh yeah, my game sucks and I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. I'm like, bro, you're playing on the PGA Tour. Okay, yeah, you're not winning, but both you guys played well. Like, be in the moment, have a good time. Whereas you look at George and he's smiling ear to ear. He's happy just to be out there, So it's, I don't know. I found it, there was a couple things this week I was like, why are you so negative? Like, just have a laugh.
So George is a stripe show. It's very easy to be a happy-go-lucky golfer when you've got very little scar tissue.
Yeah.
Wesley has scar tissue. And I can say that, and I know Mac has been there because he and I have chatted about it. Like, Wesley can miss the planet with the golf ball.
Yeah.
George is an absolute stripe show. Now, what obviously Wesley's unbelievable at is with his short game and when he's on with his putting, etc.
His short game is good.
Really, really good. So he finished T37 this week. And sort of had a bit of a rough first round. And then he backed that up with 64.
Yeah.
7 under when it looked like he might miss the cut. And obviously he can't let his brother kind of outdo him. George kind of had the advantage on him on his day one. They were tied, I think, after day 2 on 5 under. Mm-hmm. And then George ended up finishing, I think he was 1 over in the 4th round after 3 rounds in the 60s to finish T69.
Yeah, his strokes gained, he's definitely on the higher average.
Yeah.
Wesley, and I know he's had some struggles. I think he's a great golfer. I've seen him on YouTube and stuff. I think the guy. Any guy on tour stripes it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought in some of the interviews it'd be like,
Yeah.
I mean, just fake it. You're with your brother. Like, have a laugh. I understand the scar tissue and stuff, but yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a bit different vibe from him.
I just think, I think Wesley is one of these kind of guys, though, that will be brutally honest. Maybe, a lot of golfers in like, if I maybe relate back to my first sport that I love is boxing. You talk to, when they interview boxers before every big fight, how was your training camp? Best training camp I've ever had. I'm flying and I'm beating all my records, all my PBs. The reality is behind the scenes, 3 weeks ago they ripped their pectoral. The fight was maybe not going to happen. They've not been sparring too good. This and that. Like, that's life, right?
Yeah.
But
Good point.
I like Wesley because he's to me, he seems like he's genuinely honest about, like, some days I just don't have it and I could miss the planet. And I know that doesn't make for, I hear what you're saying. It doesn't make for great TV.
Yeah.
But, I just think...
Oh, listen, I do the same thing. People will be like, oh, you played a great game. I'll be like, my game's shite, whatever. It's just the way I am. But yes, I don't like compliment. Anyways, that's what I just noticed. I listened.
Your game's great, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good enough. Moving on, folks.
So that was the PGA Tour of the week. Two great storylines that certainly in this time of year where there's not many reasons to follow the PGA Tour, those were two for me. Was obviously a phenomenal win and a pretty cool storyline with the brothers, and seemed like they had all the family there, and I loved seeing that.
Big day yesterday. November 13th, 2023. We woke up to some news. It's a rarity that you get a post on Instagram from Ian Fraser
before 11
p.m. Keep note of that, folks. You will pick it up real quick.
I know.
You'll understand the comments I make. USGA conforming list. We can't talk about the product because we actually don't know anything about this.
We don't know anything about it yet.
One of them we don't know. But we've got Ping sighting, we've got a TaylorMade sighting, we've got a Cobra sighting.
Yeah, and we can
PXG.
say the Ping is. I mean, it's out there now. It's not breaking news from us.
10K.
Ping G430 10K. Look at the pictures, you'll see what's different. There's a fixed weight. There's not movable weights.
Yeah.
Right? 10K tells you all you need to know. It's the same old story from Ping pushing the MOI story.
Yeah.
TaylorMade. We all said yesterday when we saw the picture that I was kind of more paying attention to the picture before I was actually the text underneath it. I saw this QIIO. And I'm like, is that a new Zexio?
Yeah, adjustable Zexio.
Adjustable Zexio, movable weight. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
I know. I thought it was a multivitamin.
Yeah.
CoQ10.
I know, that's right.
Take your pills. Anyways, the cool thing is Rory's using it.
Yeah, straight away.
And he's like, oh, I'm just a driver. I'm testing. I'm putting. He goes, I still want to win this week. He goes, but it's guarantee you, Rory's going to learn something from Tiger. If it's in the bag, he trusts it.
He trusts it.
And he's been testing it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be shocked. It'd be cool if he did win something this week because...
I wouldn't be that shocked if he went and got the dub this week. Would not be shocked.
Does that mean he wins that trophy?
Yeah.
The gold triangle?
Yeah. Race to Dubai.
Yeah, that's cool. A lot of money in that.
Would not be surprised if Rory got the dub this week. New Cobra product, new TaylorMade product, new PXG product, new Ping product, and most importantly, Michael, new Kirkland product.
Aye. New Kirkland product. You can go buy a hot dog, a driver, and a set of wedges for $340.
And a couple of gloves.
So you get a soda on the side and a roast chicken.
Oh, jeez.
I will tell you, the one that I'm excited about the most is the TaylorMade. I love a TaylorMade shape. I think it looks cool. The name's cool.
Yep.
I've seen some of the other stuff in person, and it all looks really good.
Yep.
I've had a double look at one of them, and the first time I was like, ah. And then the second time I looked down and put it behind a ball, and I was like, I like this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited. New product. I like new gear.
Yeah, we all love new gear season. It's what we get fired up for at this time of year. We've kind of had enough time with the old product that we're ready to see it freshen up. It's at the minute the sort of what I'm hearing and or sort of observing from consumers is they're most excited by the look of Cobra.
They've got some cool stuff coming. I was with our friends at Cobra last week, and like I said, that was my second look at something, and it was very cool. Very, very cool look to it.
Yeah.
And through the whole line, driver, ferry with hybrid. They even got a nice iron that's coming out. I was pretty surprised. Someone asked us, we laughed at it yesterday. They're like, oh, is Cobra getting away from the being a DTC brand
or DTC brands starting to sort of encroach on Cobra's space in the golf industry?
If you're listening to this podcast or watching this podcast, Cobra makes amazing product, light years above direct-to-consumer products.
Light years.
Direct-to-consumer products, lovely. They make some nice stuff. Cobra is a billion years advanced to that.
Yeah.
And the product is A1. If you haven't tested Cobra, this is not sponsored by Cobra. I'm not paid by Cobra.
No.
But if you haven't tested their product, do yourself a favor, book a fitting at clubchampion.com. That's a good plug.
Guys, when we are saying these things, and obviously when we're passionate about it, the reason for that is we are given an insight into the R&D of how these clubs came to fruition. We know the process that these companies go through with metallurgists and all these different sort of material scientists that will tell the story of how Titleist get their new ATI 425 ATI face from Pittsburgh, and aerospace grade materials, and it allows them to get sort of more elasticity and strength and weight savings and allow them to be adjustable. There's real tech stories behind that, and I know there's a certain group of people online who are very passionate about companies who want to save you guys money. And listen, I get that too, but you've got to see where we're coming from. We're looking for the boundaries of performance to be pushed. When you have significant amounts of dollars being put into research and development, that's where we get excited. So it's not to poo-poo DTC and only promote sort of OEM, but there's a very, very different process for one to come to fruition than the other.
Yeah, I would love to, and who knows, maybe one day in my career, I'm going to start a DTC brand.
What are you going to call it?
I don't know, but it's going to be the best DTC brand ever released.
Good. I'm happy for you. I'll play them.
Yeah,
you paid?
No, you'll just play it for free. Do a wee video. I'm going to call one the Ian.
Uh-huh.
And one the Mike. If I play the Ian. People are like, lame, I play the Mike. Nice. Game changer.
Hey, big hip for yourself today.
I know.
Confidence high?
Well,
I
felt tall this morning.
Your mum told you you're a good boy?
Yeah.
Handsome. So, yeah, lots and lots of new product hitting the Conforming list, guys. If you do want to check that out for yourself, if you're even interested, just go to USJ Conforming list and you'll literally see what's sort of updated regularly. Pretty cool place to hang out over the next few weeks while new products hit. There's a few brands who haven't quite shown their hand yet, but you will start to see some of them. One of those brands we were with in Frisco, Texas recently.
Oh, yeah, that's
for
right.
the launch of the
the
AI1 Odyssey putter range. Literally have my little AI1 right here.
Is that the one you're gaming?
I wouldn't go that far. Let's all relax. Don't get carried away. But it's an interesting, certainly an interesting one, and from a tech story standpoint, when we see literally into the face, as we have that little clear area there, and we saw a bunch of the faces, there's a cool story behind it.
AI1 Odyssey.
And you get into AI1 milled?
Milled. The milled, folks, is worth the extra money that it cost. Good quality, high roller.
You're a high roller.
High roller.
Bougie.
Aye, bougie Mike.
You love
That's all
that,
right.
don't you?
I'm gonna reshaft it.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna put Acra
Sink.
in it. Almost called it Synergy.
Saved you there.
I know, thanks. Acra Sync, 130 gram.
135.
Yep, 135 gram. 5-0.
Right.
With
Wrong.
with a Garson Quad Tour taper.
I like that. What logo has it got on it?
A podcast logo, and you can buy that grip right now. Christmas is coming.
Yeah.
Black Friday.
Treat yourself. I think so. Mine is going to sort of be for further testing. I was actually out testing more putters over the last little while when I was in California this past week. And there might be a new mallet coming into my life.
A mallet? What about the new blade?
Don't worry about that.
Oh my God.
There might be a new mallet. I tried something that was really to my liking.
Was it the new ones coming?
Don't you worry. Just
I wouldn't know, folks. I wouldn't know. I was under the weather back in old Canada.
You weren't feeling your best, so you couldn't make it.
Couldn't make the
trip. Next time.
Yeah, next time.
Next time. Some new content series on the channel, Michael. Very excited for this. It's been a while, really, since the content got a true freshen up, as in some new series that we're doing. Yesterday on the live, we done our first You request that we tested.
Yep.
So concept being, guys, we dedicate the first 20 minutes of the live to our usual Q&A, and then whatever we do after that, which yesterday was about an hour of product testing.
Yeah, and I had to hit balls.
You had to hit balls live.
Live.
You were poo-pooing yourself.
To be honest with you, I didn't, other than the driver, I didn't hit the other stuff that bad, so I'll take it. Maybe put a 7-wood in the bag. Nah, I can't.
You were good with that.
I know, I can't do it. I have no need for it.
I'll fit you to one. I'll fit you to one that you like a little better.
Can we do just tell me what to order?
No. Well, it's not fitting in, is it?
I know. I'm such a bad advocate. Get fit, folks.
I know.
No, I hit that Ping G430 Max 7-wood, bumped down to 19.
Yeah.
Ventus blue in it.
So good for you.
It was quite good. But there could be a TSR3 showing up in a couple days.
Exactly. Could be.
So who knows?
Remember,
we'll
we're
see.
supposed to be brand agnostic.
That is brand agnostic.
Why? You've got Titleist driver, Titleist irons, Titleist wedges.
Titleist ball.
Aye.
Oh well.
Looking forward to more of your requests that we tested. Our analytics show that it has already been our best performing live in probably 6 months, maybe longer. So really excited about that. Another series that was actually today's video, Mikey, new versus old.
I like that one. That one was fun.
Pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was cool
Little
to
trip
see.
down 4 generations of TaylorMade drivers.
I think 4 is the good number
I do as well.
because people not realize that's a lot of hitting. And
a lot of
I'm
hitting.
glad you're hitting them.
Yeah.
Because it would take a long time if I was hitting them. But the 4 is the right number. People still recognize the old brand. Some people still probably have that in their bag, and they're thinking, okay, I'm 4 years down. Should I upgrade next year? Should I upgrade now, or whatever it is? I enjoyed it. I'm excited to do it for Callaway, for Ping.
The Ping one excites me the most.
The biggest one
G400,
would be Titleist, I think.
G410, G425, G430. I'm really excited to do those 4. I'm excited to do the Titleist as well. 917, TS, TSI, TS3.
I mean,
TSR3.
some people at Titleist would agree that 917 wasn't their greatest driver in the world. I will tell you, it was mince.
Well, I mean, so
pretty bad.
I actually have some insight as to why it was the way it was now. The rules changed for Titleist, which I thought was a fascinating thing. I don't know how kind of public this is, but internally they started playing by a different set of rules. And that's why their driver got so much better, so much faster.
Interesting.
So I'll explain that to you a little more later
I will
on,
tell you,
but
they have a YouTube series, and I've said this before. It's 5 videos. They're 8 minutes long or 4 minutes long. It is the greatest, like, from when they were at 917.
4 minutes or 8 minutes? 5 wins or 9
I
wins?
know.
You have terrible numbers.
Is when basically Spieth was like, listen, I'm getting outdriven. This is taking the piss way too long.
Yeah.
Get me something. So
Yeah.
they bring the tour truck to Texas. They're like, that's the only prototype we got. It was a TS. And he hit it, and the first one, ball speed was like, I don't remember the number.
4 mile an hour faster.
5
probably.
5 mile an hour, 8 mile an hour faster. And he was like, well, this is going in the bag. Like,
Yeah.
giddy up. Like, you must be crazy. And then that kind of was the rest of
But
history.
did he not play 915 for quite some time?
He did, but I mean, I think after a while he was like, 915 was not great, but it wasn't awful. 917 was a swing and a miss, and he's like, okay, all these boys are using M5 at the time or Epic at the time, and he's like, I need to keep it up with these boys. So, yeah, the story's cool, but yeah, that title is 917 TS, TSI, TSR, for what I say and you say is the best driver of the year, maybe the best driver for a while. Be good head to head.
Yeah, without a doubt. A new series since we last filmed the podcast, Mikey, is the swing series. Well, we're doing some little upgrades to your swing. We're obviously on the speed journey, but one thing I was mindful of when I saw the speed that you were gaining was I could see the swings you were making were actually taking you further from where I really want you to be swinging consistently, to be obviously biomechanically sound, to be fundamentally sound. And it's one thing to gain speed, but I want you to gain distance also. Because the likelihood is I think you would have gained quite a lot of speed, but you might not have gained a lot of distance. And I think you'll get actually double the benefit if you do a little bit of both, or certainly a little bit of swing stuff along with the speed stuff you're doing.
Yeah, the swing stuff has been fun. I've been someone I've taken lessons. I've had lessons from some amazing coaches from everywhere, which has been pretty cool. I'm a maintenance guy. I don't really want to do like a massive change. I know I got a strong grip. I know I'm like driving a Harley Davidson. That's going to probably be one I just can't change. And you and I have said that multiple times. You're like, all right, we're going to work on something else and just leave the damn grip. The whole, keeping the arms away from my body, it's tough. One thing I realized, I was like, I need to like improve flexibility. My flexibility is awful. So I went to yoga on the weekend, and the lady came by. She's like, oh, great to see you. I haven't seen you in such a long time. We know I haven't been there in a long time. And I'm like, I don't know, trying to get down, and she like pushes down on my back. And in the silent room, I said, oh, yeah.
I thought you were going to say you ripped that fart or something.
No. I was like, oh, she scared me. And then I was in a lot of pain. So anyways, I was like, right, flexibility, that's something. We need to improve.
You're awfully jumpy. Yesterday in the live, or pre-live, Cody gave you a big fright and you went, oh, yeah.
To be fair,
you're very jumpy.
The guy looks like the caddy from Happy Gilmore, and he's standing right over my shoulder. You'd be scared too.
It's a good lad, Cody. So, lots of new content, guys, coming on the channel. More actually coming on top of that as well. But really great to see the comments from you guys. Really enjoying this sort of fresh new series. I think it's always good to embark on some new challenges, and certainly this is. From a production standpoint, lots of production challenges on top of obviously what we're trying to do in terms of bringing new content. So we are stepping outside our comfort zone, and hopefully you guys enjoy that along the way.
Yeah, hopefully you're not sick of seeing me hit a golf ball. Sorry, folks.
No,
that's all you got.
I think to be honest, Mikey, having you on the channel, I think is a breath of fresh air, because whether you like it or not, what you do is more relatable.
Yeah.
And sort of, you play the game at a higher level from a performance standpoint than most, but people will go, well, 6-iron at 82, 84 miles an hour, where it used to be, is achievable. Yeah. Driver around 100, achievable. Obviously you're trying to move away from that now, but the way you play the game is relatable.
105 is the average. No big deal.
It is. Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah, very, very
easily
seeing, yesterday.
A number, someone was at like 105.9 and 2700 spin or 2400 spin, and I was like, oh, and their ball speed was like 157. I'm like, okay, I know I'm not at 157, but I was like, that's not far away. And I saw their carry. I'm like, sign me up.
That's why I want to do the swing series as well.
Yeah.
Because you won't ever achieve that with your swing being as out to in and as out.
I don't understand it's out to in. It's so bad. My path's awful.
Yeah, your swing's too narrow.
Yeah.
That's fundamentally why. You don't have enough lateral movement in your golf swing. You're too rotational, you're not enough vertical, and you're not enough lateral. So when you shift off in the backswing, you get rotational and you sort of are narrow. It's a recipe for down and left, right? So if you can get the feeling of, on that backswing. Like my feeling yesterday when I was picking up a lot of speed in there was basically going from setup to being big.
Yeah.
Right? And how do you get big? By stretch, right? You get big, then you get small. That you get wide, then you get narrow. And you do that with the right amount of rotational, vertical, and then obviously you have your lateral. So you've got to be, back to when I watched over the weekend our video with the World Long Drive guys and talking about all the components that they all kind of leverage in order to be as fast as they are. Martin Borgman had a great sort of breakdown of what it is that they do to be as long as they are, which is they maximize every possible outlet for speed.
Yeah.
So
we're on the journey.
Yeah, and listen, I love hearing you guys want to join. Cody and Casey, our camera boys, they want to join.
The guy from Titleist wants to join.
Ryan Andrews wants to join.
Andrews, if you're listening, hello.
Absolutely. Great to hear people are
even
are
some
inspired.
fitters. Like Patty's on the speed train. Like he's quick, but he wants more speed. Yeah, I mean it's good. It is definitely good to hear.
Definitely. So you have some questions.
Couple IG questions. Someone was asking, and I don't know where they've heard this, that you're joining a new golf club, but he's not, folks.
I am.
Aye, well, you said you are, but you won't.
No, I am. Might not be the one you want me to join, but I'm joining the golf club.
Where? Oh, I know that. Yeah, okay. Anyways, a couple questions from our friends on Instagram. Thank you for sending these questions. One was from actually Ryan Gregnall. It says, when are we starting the team versus team speed building competition?
Let's go, baby.
I'm eager for a W.
Greg knows he's joining the winning team, that's why.
No, I'm going to win.
How?
Because I'm just going to win. I get strokes.
Long ball Gregnall?
I know, but I'm going to grow a stash like Gregnall.
You wish you could grow
I know.
half of a stash like
I know.
Gregnall. What a
I
champ.
don't even have peach fuzz, for goodness sakes.
I know.
Anyways, they want a
That would be sick.
team competition.
I want that as well.
Me and...
You and Ken Short versus me and Gregnall.
Ken Longball. Ken Longball versus
Ken
Mike
Long and
Big
Mike
Ball.
Short.
Mike Big Ball versus Ken Longball versus Ian the wee guy and Ryan Mustache Gregnall. It'd be quite good.
That will be good. It would be good. Love to do that with the boys. Actually, next time we film the speed journey, we need to get the boys in.
Yeah, they're gonna start yelling at me. You know what I was also thinking of? You can't be in golf clothes to do a speed journey. You need to be in like gym clothes.
Let's do that.
Aye.
This week.
That's
We're
fine.
doing the update this
Aye,
week.
that's fine. I need to be in like more relaxed clothes. It's
I'm
too
going to
much.
take you down. No battery.
No, you
Within
can't
an inch
start.
of
I'm not
life.
fast yet.
I'm going to literally beat you within an inch of your life.
Like to get me faster.
No, just to beat you.
I don't like that.
I'm going to bring my gloves and wraps. And
The other question is Ian as rude as he seems on camera? Yes. Someone said blink twice if you're in trouble. Blink, blink. Easy one. Is T150 the best all-around iron out right now? Got fit to them recently and they're fantastic. I mean, you've just answered your question yourself. Yes, they are fantastic.
yeah, they are.
Yeah. Last one. When is Chris Vachal coming on the podcast to talk TaylorMade or to talk Mizuno product?
Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon.
We need a guest.
Whether it's on the pod or we have them on the channel, we need some Vachal injected into our veins. Need it back in our lives.
That could be quite a good 7-wood.
Don't make one.
Oh, really? All right.
Well, no,
That's
they do in the STZ, they don't in the G.
Never mind.
So
We had a guest. We had a guest lined up, but they've been axed from the podcast now.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Who's that?
You know. I don't even want to talk to them.
Do I know?
Yeah, you do know. Yesterday.
Oh, right. I do know, yeah.
Axe. Toodaloo, thanks for not coming. That's all the questions I got. We'll do 3 a week.
3 weeks?
Thanks for coming, and we'll save
No,
some
dude,
of
I
them.
like.
What do you
we
want?
got? Let's go.
Oh, here's a
Let's
good
go
one.
5.
David CRW asked, fairway playing length, is shorter actually better for the amateur golfer?
Yes.
And how short?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say
Cut it
roughly.
short.
Yeah, a half inch shorter is good. I like 3-wood between 42.5 and 43, right? I go 42.5.
You're a bit shorter.
Mike goes 42, sweet guy. And actually in 5-wood, we both went 41.5.
Then I was thinking I'm going to build a 7-wood. What length am I going to build it? 41? That's too short.
41, huh? Be nice.
No one could borrow it.
Could borrow your clubs. Maybe the shafts would maybe be a wee bit soft from, but...
I'm going to be an X by the summer.
Oh, aye.
This one's
Last one.
too local. Can you explain swing weight and how it can help/hinder a player, lighter shafts, heads, etc.? This week's episode is brought to you by our great friends at UST Mamiya. The revolutionary Link M40X from UST Mamiya is the new shaft of choice on tour. After multiple tour wins, there are 20% more in play this year because of its unrivaled distance, accuracy, and feel. Available in 3 launch options to maximize any player's swing. See the difference for yourself at Club Champion Fitting. Visit clubchampion.com and book your fitting today. Too light of a swing weight can definitely mess up with strike, could mess up with shot direction. Too heavy can mess up with strike. The best thing to do if you're unsure and you've got clubs, take some lead tape.
Yeah.
Put some lead tape on it. See if you like it heavier. Write down how much weight you've put, and then take it to a club. If you don't have a swing weight scale, take it to a club builder. They'll have a swing weight scale, digital or analog. They'll put it on. Just see what works the best for you. We here in our fitting studios, all our boys have scales. All our boys have lead tape. Throughout the fitting, if we need to put weight, then it's all registered. And then when we build your product, it's all built exactly to those specs. So play around with some lead tape. That's your best way to figure out how it can help you.
I don't know if it's easy enough to zoom in on that or see that. That's kind of swing weight in a nutshell right there, right? So low performance can be light, low performance can be too heavy, right? Ideal, so it's not like one thing happens with light and another thing happens with heavy. Both are going to significantly affect your timing and impact your ability to be consistent in your delivery. So it is a scale, and if you're too light, you're going to be inconsistent. Inconsistency lies, south of ideal on this chart, right? So that's the way I always look at it. You've got to find what's ideal for you. Some people love heavier, some people love lighter. But if you go too light and you go too heavy, you start to find inconsistencies. That's really how swing weight sort of is going to work. It's about consistency and repeatability.
Yeah.
And people find that once they hit their optimal swing weight.
Someone asked me a couple weeks ago, they're like, am I too slow for D3? Do not think sometimes of swing weight and speed. It's just a feel. I mean, I could have someone who's slower and a D6 pitching wedge might feel great to them. You know what I mean? Like, that's just all about. So do not think swing weight is a speed related.
You can have a 60-gram grip, a 60-gram shaft, a 25-gram grip, and a standard head weight. Those are light components. And the club is overall very light, but you could be heavy on swing weight based on where the balance point would lie on that particular club. Don't let swing weight fool you into, right and wrong. You don't be led by that. And that leads me into something that was on the live Q&A yesterday that I wanted to be something that was a topic we spoke about today. Shafts do not do what you think they do.
It's marketing terms.
We got a question on the live Q&A yesterday from a viewer who was saying, what shaft can I put in my driver to launch and spin less? How the heck are we supposed to know?
Now, the topic of this podcast will be shafts don't spin. Simple.
On their own.
Yeah.
On their own.
Shafts do not spin.
Shafts do not spin on their own.
Alter certain aspects of the club head that can increase or decrease spin on how that club works. Yeah. But the shaft, you can't just put it in and go, I'm spinning at 3,000, I need a 2,000 RPM shaft. That doesn't work.
We done a test yesterday, and the shafts, so we tested 3 different EI profiles within the same family, and the softest, most tip soft, midsection soft shaft spun the least.
Yeah.
I mean, it does not do what you guys think it's going to do in terms of performance. You have to get fitted. Yes, there are some things from a deflection standpoint that you will see on the launch monitor in terms of dynamic loft, etc. But you know, if you get a shaft that's more tip soft and it droops a little bit more, the head drops down and you actually strike it slightly higher in the head, that in itself might dynamically offset the more the way the shaft is moving forward, you know, to offset the delivered loft. So there's those things that are happening in motion the whole time dynamically that do not allow us to predict as easily as people want us to which one will go lowest and launch lowest and spin lowest. Yeah. Fitters who do this day in, day out are unanimous worldwide that is not what shafts do. It's not what we should be promoting to you guys that they do. And, you know, to be honest, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of shaft manufacturers telling you guys this is a low launch shaft, this is a high launch shaft. It has to stop. It's not the truth.
Yeah.
Just not the truth.
And if you want the truth, you can't handle the truth.
So that's shafts, Michael.
What a great way to end the podcast.
With a stern statement on shaft performance.
Fraser files completed.
Fraser's facts.
Yeah. Facts with Fraser.
So
what's up? What's coming up in the next week or so? It's less than last time we did the podcast, 55 days till Christmas. I think it's 30-something days till Christmas now.
You're ready, aren't you? Past Remembrance Day, so you're ready for the Christmas tunes?
Yep, Silver Bells.
Silver Bell.
You know, I was thinking next week, or whenever we record the next one, hopefully, because it's going to be well before Christmas. All right, this weekend.
The next podcast?
Aye.
Oh, yeah, next week. No, not
We
next
should do a little gift guide. What people actually
love that
want for
idea.
Christmas. Don't just buy them teas. If you're listening to this, you're probably more of a golfer. But I worked in retail one time, and the guy asked me for ball holders. And I didn't walk very close to him because I don't
You
need
said,
anyone
I'm
holding
going to
any
easy it for
balls.
you, pal.
And he meant teas.
Oh,
Because he was buying a gift for his dad, which is shocking. So, anyways, we're going to do tour experience podcast Christmas buying guide.
You went there, ball holders.
Aye, ball holders.
Okay, cool.
And thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
Really?
Download it.
Yep.
Share it with your friends. Play well. Hit it straight. Get faster.
Join us in the journey, guys. Join us in the journey. This has been the TXG podcast with your hosts, Mike Martusevich, me, Fraser. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks.